there, marketing students. Well, we're coming to the end of this semester, and today what I'm going to talk about is I'm going to go through what you should do and what you should expect from the final presentation of all the work you've done this semester. Okay, so as you know, you have finished two big projects, right? Well, you finished one and you're on your way to finish the other one. One on strategic marketing, where you looked at the business overall, their industry, their portfolio of products, and gave them overall business ideas. And then you did the digital marketing project, which gave you a good perspective how the business's online footprint is, and you've given them advice on a year-long social media plan and things like that. Well, this presentation, actually what you're going to do is you're going to focus on the best recommendations and analysis you have from both projects. And you're going to present that to your company. Now, hopefully your company will come and be there for the presentation. Even if they're not, hopefully you'll take this serious like you are actually talking to your clients, okay? Now, when you're putting together this presentation, I want to give you some of the rules that are there. One, I want you to have a professional presentation. That means you're going to have the PowerPoint slides. That means you're going to be dressing in business professional. You're having your suits. For my exchange students that maybe didn't bring suits from where they're living, that's okay. Just talk to me. Nice collared shirt. I'll be okay with that. But I want you to have the practice of presenting in your professional gear, okay? Because that helps you, because then when you do your presentations at work, you're like, oh, I'm used to presenting in my suits and stuff like that. Okay, so I have that out there first. Okay, so you got to be dressed up. You got to dress the part for that business professional. Now, another thing you need to realize is everybody in the group is going to speak. Now, I'm not saying everyone has to speak the same amount of time, but everyone does have to speak, okay? Because I want people to have the practice of speaking in front of a group, being in this group setting, have this kind of thing, especially if there's a client there. That added pressure that comes from that is something that I can't teach you. You have to experience it to feel it, to understand it. It's tough to look someone in the eye and say, you know what, you should change something. You're like, oh man, I don't want to make them feel bad. Hey, it's part of the job, and this is a chance for you to get that experience. Now, in terms of what you want to be doing, in terms of your time limits, you have 15 to 20 minutes. You can go towards either one. It's fine. I will cap it at 22 minutes because I need time at the end of class to review the presentations with each group. So you do have that. One thing I will say, though, is when you're putting this together, don't just say, look, Bob, you got 3 slides, and Merrick, you have 6 slides, and you kind of set people in a number of slides they get. Don't do that. Because what happens a lot of times, and we have videos about presentations, people will put too much information on a slide, and therefore there might be 6 great recommendations on this one slide, and the next slide only has 1 recommendation. Well, that makes that 1 recommendation look so much stronger. So don't worry, you can spread it out. It's okay if one person has 10 slides and the other person has 2 slides. It just depends what you need to share. Okay, so I wanted to get that out of the way first, okay? Now, in terms of what you're going to put in this presentation, like I said, you're putting your best recommendations and analysis from both the strategic project and the digital project. The reason being, your companies that you're working with, maybe they didn't have time to, read the full first project, the second project, but you know what? They have 15 to 20 minutes to watch your presentation or read through your slides to get the main information they need to get. So like, hey, you know what? Maybe we should go back and read more of that strategic project. Maybe we should review more about this year-long social media plan, because this is actually some good stuff they gave us, okay? So I want you to be thinking kind of that way when you're doing it, okay? So make sure you have that in there. Thing is you have the digital project, you have the strategic project, but sometimes you know how you come up with ideas after you turn in your project, like, man, why did I put that in there? Well, in the presentation, you can add more information in there. That's okay if you want to, all right? We do have those things. Now things you'll look for in terms of non-participants, because I know during the end of the school year, a lot of times people are gone. They might be going to interviews, or they might have stuff going on, and so it might always not work out that everyone can be there. If your group is okay with that person not being there, I'm fine with that. But if that person has done nothing and you're like, Mark, they didn't do any work, they didn't work on the project, I have no problem giving them a 0 on this. Okay, so remember that, all right? So just make sure everyone is doing their part, everyone's helping out with the project, because the presentation as well, because this is part of your grade. This is an important thing out there. The thing is all groups will present each day, or the groups that do present, they'll present that day, and then the rest of the students will leave at the end. And then I'll go from group to group and go through what I liked and didn't like about each of your presentations, your topics, but also give you tips on how to present better. If I've noticed that you're doing the leg TikTok, or you're doing something when you're not paying attention, you don't realize, these things that we don't realize, I want to help you with that. So you're going to have some constructive criticism on your presentation skills and style, but also on your presentation overall. It's nothing bad, I'm just trying to help you present better. So when you go out that door, because you're going to graduate soon, you go get that job, you're ready when you're out there. I'm just trying to help out with some of these things. And I think probably the most important thing I can tell you for all the groups presenting, practice, practice, practice. I can tell the groups that didn't practice, the ones that practiced once, the ones that practiced 3 times, you can see it, you can feel it in their voice, how they feel, how they answer questions, things like that. So do practice at least a couple times, because I know what happened is, I did my part, it was 3 minutes, and they did their part, it was 5, and we did it at home. So we put it together, it's going to be 8 minutes, because mine's 3, theirs 5. Now, there's always stuff that happens, so you want to practice it together so it does go well. Now, for the team captains, if you're watching this, remember, you need to invite your company representative to come to the presentation and set up a time. They're going to come, that you go and meet them when they come in the building, so you can help them find a place to, maybe not the park, because you need to warn them that parking is totally horrible by Biff, okay? But you can give them an idea where to meet and stuff like that, then you can bring them up. So it gives you that, just a little bit more real world experience of dealing with a client, because it is really an impactful thing when you actually have that client sitting there watching you, judging everything you say. It's not just me doing it, it's them too, okay? And for those of you that are going to be at the presentations that aren't presenting, look, be respectful. Don't just sit there on your computers and stuff like that. Try to pay attention. Remember, you have to do a review on the other days that you're not presenting of some of the other groups, so do have that stuff there with you, because those are going to be due at the end of class each day. You just turn those into me in the front of the class, so you have that. Anyway, I hope this helps you get an idea of what to do on that final presentation. You've already done all the work. You've already done the strategic marketing project. You've already done that digital project. Now what you're doing is just picking out the best parts, putting it together in the presentation, and voila, you'll be done for the semester. Anyway, I wish you all the best. Good luck in your presentation. Don't forget to invite your clients, and I'll see you later. Bye.